Michael, always a treat when you see vintage point guard play. We saw two of the best in this game, and even if you didn't see the rest of the game, two of the great clutch passes I've ever seen, and they were a half a second apart. Kemba Walker and then Kyle Lowry. Yeah, you really didn't have to be watching all that long, although you would have missed a pretty good game. But you start with Kemba Walker, who is just an absolute stud for the Celtics the entire night. And you know, there he is. The game's tied, ball in his hands. What's he going to do? And you could just see, you couldn't really tell. I mean, he just kept his dribble alive and was kind of drawing the Raptors defense with him, and one guy would follow, then another, then three. All of a sudden, he dives into the lane, and even then, you can see the clock coming down. What is this guy thinking? Boom, look away, a little drop pass to Daniel Tease, get the dunk. Looks like game's over, right? He managed the clock right down to the end. So clever. And then you have Kyle Lowry, half a second left. When you see Taco Fall coming out, 7'5" and I don't know, maybe 11-foot arms, I don't know what it is. You know, how is he going to get the ball over him? What play can he possibly make with half a second left? And yet, Kyle Lowry being Kyle Lowry, no one stops being a point guard. Doesn't matter where you are on the floor, and he just gets off his feet. You know, two-handed soccer-style pass right on the money. If that pass is here, there's no basket. Right in the shot pocket, OG makes a great play. But, wow, those are two fantastic moments of point guard play from two great point guards.
Sure was fun. And Taco Fall, number 99, this time witness to a great Canadian sports moment with that number on the jersey. OG Anunoby hits the shot, and that seems to be a bit of a reward for a guy who has been the Raptors' most consistent player through 3 games.
He really has, and certainly when it comes to three-point shooting, the Raptors are 21 of 80 going into the game. But OG Anunoby was not the problem. He was 5 of 9 and seemed to be stepping into everything he took with confidence, and was 2 of 4 before he took the most unlikely 3 of his career and made it. And again, it was interesting talking to Kyle Lowry after the game, just saying, look, he didn't want to talk about the pass. It wasn't me. This is the kid's moment. He earned it. And really, as you point out, for the way he's played in these 3 games, it is fitting that he ends up a hero in one of them.
Yeah, and if you believe him, he knew it was going in. So it changes the series. That's the obvious point. The Raptors were playing for their playoff lives in this game. How does it change the way it happened, them winning, and the way they played down the stretch in your mind now going forward in this series?
Well, very interesting talking to Fred VanVleet after the game and just saying how there was just a really down mood. And when you look at it, you know, you had the week with the social injustice, the uncertainty of the season having started. He mentioned that the Brooklyn Nets weren't really the kind of test they needed to pick up against a team like the Celtics. They lay an egg in game 1 and lose game 2, playing our hearts out. So a lot of kind of down vibes, I guess you might say, in the Raptors camp. And then there you are, down 10 at halftime, and really you're looking at everything being over. No one's going back from 3-0. And now you can look at, well, Norm Powell, he kind of got over the hump a little bit, played pretty well. Pascal Siakam had 14 out of 16 points in the second half. He's been nowhere. Fred VanVleet and Kyle Lowry both having great games, period, and they've been missing in action during the series. So if you're the Raptors, all of a sudden, not only you're only 2-1, that's not so bad, but you can point to all those pieces that have been getting you through all year and say, look, everyone can feel good about themselves. Let's go.
Yeah, well, one day off, and I expect there'll be a lot of rest given how much so many played for the Raptors in Game 3. Game 4 on Sportsnet. Saturday night, we're on the air at 6 Eastern.